Hey y'all, welcome back to the garden. Welcome back to the garden. Listen, today we are about to talk about all things fall garden. For those of you that are in 7A or below, this may or may not be one of your favorite seasons to garden, and I'm excited to plant my first fall garden. Come along with me, will you? Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is take inventory of, sorry about the lighting, take inventory of what is doing well, what's still growing, so I can simultaneously identify what spaces I have to put starts in, because I am not a all the way from seed girly yet. I believe in supplementing with starts, even though I did plant my own seeds, which we can talk about that. My God. Okay. So the lighting is all over the place. Y'all just gonna have to bear with me. Yeah, let's take a tour of the garden and talk about what we can go ahead and pull up. Okay. First up, I'm gonna ask my husband if he would cut in here, but we have some volunteer tomatoes. We're gonna leave these alone and see what happens. Look how beautiful, tall and beautiful they have grown. And there are some other ones. Oh man, I just broke that one. Dang. I could transplant that though, but it's a little late in the game. It had flowers and everything. But yeah, so we got a volunteer, let's call it a tomato patch. And I just done messed this one up. A good healthy tomato. A lot of my tomatoes look decent, but they didn't produce nothing. Let me know down in the comments if that has ever happened to you. The next thing is a tower, which I planted with tomatoes, peppers, tomatoes, peppers, some random onion, burgundy okra, green okra. I've been getting some okra harvest. Nothing to fill a gallon bag with though. I want to say I'm disappointed, but I'm not. Got these little baby tomatoes. I hope they ripen up. I haven't gotten any. Okay, got me a little snack. I've gotten again, not even a gallon bag of tomatoes. And I planted a lot of tomatoes and a lot of peppers. The harvest was very few. This is a full tomato bed with all of its weeds and all of that. You could tell it has been snacked on by, I don't know if you can see that, something. We got the sweet potato bed. I'm gonna let that go for a while. Got a couple of flowers. I ain't gonna lie, as soon as I pull these up, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm never planting these again. But listen, if anybody know where I can get some Japanese sweet potato, wait, no, these are the purple Japanese sweet potatoes. I want the white Japanese sweet potato. They're white. Well, that was obvious. I need to weed this. Not weed it. I need to flip this. This is a bed that needs to be flipped. It was infested with ants, and I have put some diatomaceous earth on there. I think I did like a mint tea blend thing that has worked in the past with these beds. And I did one more thing that I forgot, but I was trying to get that under control. I'm gonna have my husband come out here again and weed this back more. This is a strawberry patch, honey, that I'm gonna let over winter. You can see what the weeds did a thing with this. I guess this is ant infestation, or it's just dried out. Oh yeah, no, that's ants. You see that? Ugh. So ants got to that. Child. Okay, so then we got the cucumbers that I mean, I will say that if God didn't water it, I haven't really been watering like that. I ain't even gonna lie. It just got so weedy. I just haven't. And then when I went through this patch right here, which was my melon patch, I mean, I'm not gonna say was, right? Like, first off, something with some teeth was trying to get into this. So that's a rabbit. I got some watermelons that look like they trying to do something. I had squash and stuff. But anyway, this patch, just like I literally walked row through row, throwing away melon after melon, and I got very discouraged, and I just stopped coming out here. I ain't even gonna lie. But I got some watermelons that are small, but the vines are still looking healthy. And I mean, look, I might get something. Like, I have not, like, most of my melons have looked like this. So needless to say, I'm not sure. There are plenty of vacant holes throughout this row that I can pop some starts in. But one of the other issues was, like, I don't know what you call them, vine borers or something. That was the case with this squash. Like, y'all, I can't believe I didn't get squash, because I usually do very well with squash. Something is happening right here. I only got like 2 squash this year, and I definitely planted like at least 8 squash plants. This is a squash plant that I replanted. So maybe if I get out here and fertilize, I can do a little something. So anyway, so far we've identified a whole bed that I can flip over. I actually can flip. So now y'all pretty much planning with me. I can flip this bed and I can flip this bed. I still want to see if I can fertilize and get some cucumbers. Like, I have, look, okay, like, they babies, they struggling, but they not dead, and the weather is not too hot. So I could buckle down, discipline myself, and get my butt out here and see what I can nurture. These are some different squash plants I had. Okay, I'm not doing these no more. What's this? Child, you can't even see that. Squash, peppers. Child, the peppers ain't do a dang on thing. Tomatoes didn't do a dang on thing neither. Like, this is so many. I mean, I could at least say over 12 tomatoes, like 14, maybe up in the 14s. Like, 0. Like, this did not do well. That is disappointing. And then same thing with peppers. All this was peppers, and then I did green beans recently, which some of the green bean okra, some of the green beans are doing something, I guess. Then you got this bed over here that needs to be filled. I really don't feel like doing this weeding, but it's probably not that bad. Y'all seen I have bags of soil and stuff. So this is another salvageable bed. So far we got one, I could pull that up, I don't feel like it though. 3 beds, I mean basically 2 towers. That's like, I forgot how many pockets per tower. But some of the vegetables that I want to grow probably aren't going to be the best for towers, but let's just guesstimate 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I think it's 6 per, like 6 pockets per towel. So 18, I mean a lot. 18, let's see. I don't know, let's just say over 30 pockets. So we have over 30 pockets possibilities. Let me see where the waterer thingy is so I can go ahead and water my starts, which we have over here. I mean, I need to fertilize these and see. Okay, now the thing is not on. Y'all, I'm just not here for it. I'm gonna water these. These don't look the best, but I don't know. I mean, they're not dead. So I need to nurture these. But yeah, okay. Let me get my mind together. Okay, and last but not least, we have the new additions to the, I call this is my grocery store garden, right? I have not given this a name yet. I don't know. Let me know what y'all ideas for this garden will be, what that will be. But I have shared on many videos how I want the parameter of my house, and I'm gonna use some of these boxes for the fill these beds, so don't be distracted. But the parameter of my home to be like a kitchen garden. Like literally I'm pulling things up and just immediately being able to cook them. So now is the time to actually be able to cash in on part one of that dream. Like just having 2 beds means we've gotten started. Like we did not have straw down. Granted, there's some overgrowth that we need to address, but it does not look halfway as bad as it did before my husband and brother Rakeem put this down. So that is added. So let's go to the nursery and see what they have to add to. I ain't even gonna say I'm gonna speak what I want to add to the seedlings that I started. Getting in the car. This is kind of nostalgic because I remember recording a video last fall. Hold on, let me make sure the radio don't go crazy. Yeah, so I remember recording a video last fall. It had to be October. It had to be October, and mid or late, probably late. And I just, you know, I was fresh out of newborn kind of stage, right? Because that's what, July, August, September. Yep. So Eli, my youngest son, was at least 4 months. Okay, hold on. Okay. Eli was at least 4 months. And, you know, I had worked so hard while I was pregnant with him to build a garden. And when I had him in July, it was July 2nd. It was at the height of the garden, and I was unable from that point to October to really get outside and tend to the garden, and I really didn't get a big harvest. Yeah, but I also didn't get everything planted out or something like that. I have to actually go back and watch my videos to see, but I just remember in October feeling like, let me just try to do something. And I went to the same nursery that I'm about to go to today, and they had like last call items, and he told me, he was like, just try to get them in the ground and see what'll happen. And probably like a week or 2 later, the frost happened, and the cabbage and the broccoli, because that's what I did cabbage and broccoli, it did absolutely nothing. So that was my fall garden last time. As of today, it is September 16th, and so I'm getting better, right? I have some seedlings that I can try to save. I have direct sowed some squash that should be able to produce this fall. I'm gonna be direct sowing this week and next week some stuff. So I'm in better shape. And so for any of you out here that it don't matter what year you are in gardening, but specifically I think this will be the most helpful for those of you if you just started gardening, like this your first or second year, or if you anything like me and it's like, you know, I mean, I'm still a beginner. I think with gardening, you can't really be like, oh, I'm an OG until you hit 10 years. Just like marriage. I think gardening and marriage have a lot of similarities, but we'll talk about that on another day. But anyway, for those of you who are within your first 5 years, count it as a success story if you got better, if you did better in any area of your gardening journey than you did last year. Like, improvement is success, right? Because we're looking at everybody, a lot of people in the gardening community, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people in the gardening community, even the people who have like these big harvests and stuff, they was saying this year was very much trash. Like this summer was very much trash. I seen a lot of great spring harvests and stuff in 2025, but the summer, I'm not saying I didn't see abundance, but I mean, even those who had abundance was like, I didn't do as good as I did last year and all that. So be encouraged. Improvement is success. That is the thing, okay? That's the thing. Keep that in mind. And let's go to the nursery, okay? Okay. Get up to the spot. And this is what it says. They're closed. They close at 6. Okay. Okay, so they close at 6. So, obviously, I'm not gonna be able to get my starts today. But one of the things, and excuse the lighting. Hold up. Sorry. One of the things, let me see if I can put this on my thing. My bad. One of the things that I did, oh y'all, is let me get home and I'm gonna hit y'all up. Hold up. Okay, I'm back. All right, so what I did before I got to, of course, do I have my phone? Okay, no. Lord. What I did before I went to the nursery is I utilized the talk to text feature on ChatGPT, and that's why, well, yeah, and I planned out my fall planting plan. That is why I wanted to walk the parameter and see how things are going, what's doing okay enough for me to keep it in there, and what I need to give up on. So majority of the garden I need to give up on. So, well, I don't want to say it like that. I need to, that sounds so miserable. Majority of the garden is ready to be flipped, pulled up, and replanted out. I do need to take care of some ant situations, but the primary spaces that I want to plan out and prioritize are gonna be the in-ground, because I don't want any weeds to grow because of the vacancy, and I won't have to worry about weeds you know, for a couple of months, especially after the frost. But I'm talking about before the frost. So let me go over what prompts I gave ChatGPT, and then also, you know, what my plan is going to be based on, you know, what I fed it and what it gave me. Give me a minute, let me go get my phone. Okay, so what I did, I got my phone. So what I did was I went ahead and told Chat, hey, I need a couple of things. One, based on the zone, based on my zone, I need you to realistically tell me if it's too late for me to plant out the stuff that I want to plant out. So I told it that I want to plant out onions, sweet potatoes, red potatoes, yellow potatoes, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, beets, Swiss chard, kale, spinach, different varieties of lettuce, ginger would be a bonus, carrots, broccoli, collard greens, and I think I already said salad greens, but that's the list that I gave it. And then let me see, I told them that I need a harvest for a family of 4. Even though we're a family of 6, Eli is a baby, and then DJ, I had to make him eat vegetables. So I really do want to grow enough, you know what I mean? Like, I do believe in too much, and as much as I want to give stuff away and all that stuff, right now I need to establish the success of growing enough for us. So that's why I put family of 4. So I asked Chad, realistically speaking, how many of those crops do I have time to plant? How many of the starts do I need to buy? What I need a planting plan with dates, and so a planting schedule. And so what it told me was, listen up, this is what you still can plant if you are in zone like 7A, B, 8, probably 8 and 8B, 8A, 8B, stuff like areas like that, zones like that specifically. You can still right now in September, mid-September and October, put onions in, broccoli, collard, beets, spinach and lettuce, sweet potatoes. Oh wait, I'm sorry, spinach and lettuce. It's too late for sweet potatoes. It said it's too late for white, red, yellow potatoes and ginger. I'll have to do that. I have to plant the sweet potato slips in the spring, and then all the different potatoes that I want in late winter, January, February, which is perfect. And I have to start my ginger indoors in the spring. Okay, cool. So right now, my fall lineup, according to Chat, which I'm listening to, judge your mama, is going to be onions, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, collards, kale, chard, beets, carrots, spinach, lettuce, radishes, and turnips. That is, y'all know this lighting. That's what I'm planting. Okay. And then it gave me the quantities, which for a family of 4, for onions, it'll be 100 to 150 sets. For broccoli, 8 to 12 plants. For cabbage, 6 to 8 plants. Cauliflower, 6 to 8 plants. Collards, 8 to 10. Kale, 8 to 10 plants. Swiss chard, spinach, lettuce, carrots. Well, actually, spinach and then lettuce, it's a 20 to 30 staggered plants. Which, for spinach and all that, I would say I would have this, because only me and my husband really rock with like salad greens like that. I'm just putting the kids on. Y'all gotta understand, our kids are under the age of 10. Now listen, major flex if you got kids that eat veggies for real, and they under the age of 10. Major flex. Beets, it tells me 60 to 80 beets, so that's gonna be from seed most likely. And then 250 carrots, 5 to 6 foot rows of turnips. I really can't stand when people talking feet, but when people or a robot talking feet, I Honey, I don't know that stuff. And then the next thing Chat told me was what to buy, starts or seeds. All right, so as far as starts go, it recommends that I go ahead and buy broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, kale, and collard starts, which is not a lot. Like, that's not bad. But then again, you got to put in the quantity, so we're going to see. I did start some broccoli seeds already, and I did not start them indoors. I don't have an indoor setup yet. We're going to be working on that. But it told me to buy the sets of onions. I do have carrots on hand already. Beets, spinach, lettuce, radish, turnips, and chard. So that saves me money. And I have started some of those. So I have to take a look at that. It also recommended the placement in the garden, and we'll talk about that once I buy the starts. And the planting timeline is this week and next week. I need to buy all of my transplants. And I need to go ahead and sow my seeds, which obviously we know that. So again, I've already sold all the seeds of what you know, I want and need. It's just the health of them I'm concerned about. However, I'm gonna get on it. I'm going to get on it, and I'm gonna take you along the journey with me. Listen, give me feedback, y'all. I'm just here to add value. I mean, that's the only reason why I have this camera. You know, I'm talking to you like a regular person because that's what you are and that's what I am. So let me know if this was helpful. Give me feedback on how you specifically, I'm talking to you, how you take in information. Like, the whole point and the reason why you watching this channel, I'm praying it's not for entertainment. I'm not here for that, right? I'm here to help you learn how to plan and plant out a garden that can actually feed your family. I mean, as of right now, I can teach you a whole bunch of stuff, but right now that's what I'm doing. So let me know if, you know, you would have preferred me to, you know, list all of that information some type of different way, just for your knowledge retention. That's what's very important. Or you can give me some great feedback and let me know, like, okay, I was able to keep up with you. It wasn't too much information at once. I'll tell you this, there's a lot of different applications out here where you can plan your garden and all that stuff. And I never gravitated towards it because it's another thing to do. It's another system to learn. It's another complication to me. I really want to get back to simplicity. So ChatGPT is free. There's so many other you know, AI tools that's free. Look, try it out. I gave you what to ask it, and you can customize what you ask the AI tool that you use to your liking, but it's very simple, you know, and it's a one-time thing, and you get everything you need, and then you just execute on it instead of, you know, having to do some type of monthly subscription. That's something you got to pay for all the time and all this other stuff. But if you have a tool that you use that you swear by, go ahead and put that in the comments too, because the people want to know. That's really it. So, okay, it's getting dark. I'm ready to take a shower and rub my feet together. So I'm finna let y'all go. I really enjoyed y'all. Next time we talk, we're gonna be talking about this. And we probably gonna be going to buy some starts, or I'll be sharing a haul. So put your notification bells on so that you can come along this journey with me. Okay? If you give them the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you. Remember that. Bye.
Bombs over Baghdad really ain't that bad. Little wiretap, yes, yes. Little dodge in the IRS. Little haven from the tax man.